of yourself. Like, I am the best. I'm the best. I'm the PUBG mobile god, and I'm going to frag everyone. So yeah, confidence all around. Being your own setup, I'm sure that brings something as well. And probably you have your lucky charms all around you as well. Like, okay, please, the circle god, be kind to her, just like what Divinity said earlier. But of course, moving on to the map, finally, we are getting our first official match for today. Ladies and gentlemen, the action will start on Sandho. This was the first official map for today, and feature players, as you can see here, Samzy, Yuhai, Romeo, as well as Suprolan here on the board, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
Yuhai,
my god.
OMGGG.
Yuhai, 127 total kills so far. He is the leading on the kill charts here, but can they break that one now? I do want to see 150 kills, but back to the flight path. Up from the north, Mongnai, down to the south, Sami. Very balanced flight path. I love this so much. We gotta have to wait and see for the circle. Will it be as balanced as the flight path? Please be a kind circle for the players.
Let's see. I'm still waiting here, but Nicky Un is waiting as well. I'm pretty sure he is watching this stream. And okay. It's not the circle that we like, but Choo Choo loves this a lot. So okay,
Thank you.
fine. There you go. The circle got favors Choo Choo today, but I'm not sure if it will favor these two teams here because Bigatron versus Expert MY in a similar compound. Expert MY just across Bigatron. Bigatron, of course, they do love this compound so much. They have the entire place for them to loot, and there's tons of loot here that they can get. Oh, look at early shots here from Dylan onto the side of Suprolan. Suprolan managed to get the knockdown onto Dylan. Dylan not in trouble and will be finished off by Suprolan. Unfortunately, too soon for Dylan. First person to go out here, and Suprolan remains supreme and continue on his looting adventure.
Oh my goodness me. You notice how well he'd been playing since yesterday. Superlon is like a Superman. We're talking about so pro or super pro or whatever you want to call it, Superman. He is one of them right now. Almost shredded his fast there with a level 1. Still take the clutch of get himself one team kill there. And that was a big point for them. You know how slowly they are pushing themselves on top of that overall standings. With that kind of kills, they really need that. Every single point counts. Every single kill really matter. And Traitor, will it be fallen off to another ESG victim, or they will take out from this predicament? Because I do know they need to find an exit route here. Traitor, as saw, they haven't landed themselves any chicken dinner yet, but Divinity right in front of them. We're talking about the underdogs, and straight away we're looking at their banter here.
Yep, looks like Superman really since yesterday he was the super land, I'd say, even performing exceptionally well. It's almost like we haven't seen this sort of play from him on week 1, week 2. Now week 3, maybe it's an online offline thing that makes him a little bit more confident right now, as like Chuchu mentioned earlier. Less pressure, able to perform more naturally, and that's his natural self. He is starting off this game really, really well. Let's see if that continues on throughout this game. And of course, just looking at the circle now, because circle is just so kind, so a lot of teams are within the circle at this point. Just a couple of teams that need to rotate inside. Miss Rose Esports will have a free path through Paradise Resort into the circle, as well as Tong Wow Esports as well, moving from Ban into the circle, free path as well, and there will not be any bridge camping so far for the side of Last Survivor R2K. Yoodo Gang, there may be a little bit of bump there, but I'm not too sure if they'll rotate as fast as each other. On the side of Tara as well, they can take the bridge onto their right side and into the zone freeway as well. So it's really kind for everyone. Come on. It's a kind circle. Come on.
It's a beautiful circle, I say. Just hopefully it will stay that way, because we do see a river in between, and there are a couple of big rivers around Camp Charlie, a lake there. Around Painan right now, it is central. There we're looking at Still Hearts right smack in the middle. The same goes for Team Secret, already camping that one out because it's their drop point. You again, the rest of the team are slowly crawling themselves in there. But question is, can Steelheart withstand this, and as well as Divinity? Because we're looking at all the powerhouse teams coming in. The Titans are trying to squeeze themselves into the middle spot here, and they will take out those who are in the way. And one of them are Steelhearts and Divinity. We are rooting for them because they are the teams that not, except for Steelhearts, they are still not managed to land themselves any chicken dinner traitor as well. Team Net, on the other hand, Atai is the scout of the team because apparently the rest of the team are quite separated. They are still in the docks area. Gig Fam already going out from Camp Charlie. Sami is also segregated for Bosque Way. The rest of the teams that playing the outer circle, they are happy for now because seems like not much team are actually gatekeeping as we speak, because I think everybody's just making sure they got themselves smack in the middle there. I think the late rotation will work well at this point because everybody will banter themselves in a World War III zone in the middle of that circle.
Yeah, it does feel like a late rotation will be good. We do see here last survivor, they allow Yoodo gang to rotate first. So now they do have a free path into the circle. Same goes for Tara as well. As well as Miss Rose Esport. They're following the path that I mentioned earlier. So everyone is really playing this cool for those at least on the outside of the circle, except for Yoodo gang. They always rotate really fast. That's been their trend. But just look at the middle of the circle in the area of Pine Nut. Oh my goodness, how many teams are there? I'm sure they do know the presence of each other right now. I can't. It's just so many teams. I could hardly see like which teams are actually there.
I think it's around minimum 5 teams around this. So we're looking at you game big secret expert and why there's also divinity and traitors teams in total, and that drop is amazingly well balanced, including the item in it. AWM chick pad 4 snipers is perfect for everything except that it's a small map. So when do you need sniper?
And who needs physics in PUBG Mobile, right? Like you could balance
no,
just
physics never exist. This is a different planet we're on.
There you go, the planet of Sandhawk here, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, looking at the map here, Steelhearts Esports have Bigatron just in front of them. We do know Bigatron have a reputation for flushing people out of buildings. So Steelhearts, they don't want to reveal themselves to Bigatron at this point. It's not going to be good for them because, well, they're in buildings, yes, and they're spread out. And we do know Bigatron, again, if you spread out like that, 2 in 1 building, they can take you out. You know, Bigatron, they are really, really good at that. But it looks like Bigatron, they don't know that Steelhearts is just below them. They're making a little bit of rotation here. Probably looks like they're going up to the high ground, trying to get that high ground view. In terms of loot, they're pretty decent at this point with a good amount of utilities. We can see a cabin here having a level 3 vest already, so that's pretty okay. And a level 2 helmet for a smaller map like this. It's not going to be easy to get those long shot snipes, so it's okay with what he got. Level 3 vest, definitely the best. And EVOS VIP, Choo Choo, the team that you're most concerned on. Heiko is alone here. I think he has his teammates behind him. But then again, EVOS VIP, they have to do the business today.
They are one of the most veteran players when it comes to coming into the tournament. The first PMCO season until now, they have been part of it. Well, we're gonna banter this one again. The bigger question: do they really need jumper? Oh well, we're gonna have to wait and see if they prove otherwise. Well, we do know that where they stand right now, but current standing, I don't feel is so good for EVOS VIP. And back into WoW Esport ESG Expert and what. Expert and what, I'm really surprised by this team's performance. Same goes for ESG. They have been shining brightly the past couple of days here, and I'm looking forward for their performance again today. Traitor on the other side, Shred only with a Vector in his hand, no vest. I do think he needs more couple of places to loot on because apparently I don't think he can challenge any team right now.
Yeah, definitely. I'm surprised that he's out in the open without a vest. He needs to prioritize on looting first. For now, but look at this. Looks like some shots being fired out here. Luxy trying to scout out with the high ground at the same time. The side of Traitor Esports, they do have this compound all to themselves. Shred still does not have a vest there, and a vest is really important in this map. It's because that this map is just it's more you expect more short range fights in this smaller map. So there you go. Sane talking about fight. Looks like he's been knocked down by High, and now 7 Up has eyes on the other side, on the side of Sane. Sane now has been pinned down behind the stone, and now High trying to find a different angle. He know he got the knockdown. Oh, Sane showing himself, taking a couple of shots there. Half-Life now bleeding out, and Sane now is not in a good position, exposing himself towards High. Lord as well, he is low, trying to save Sane, but then again, unfortunately, Sane will be sent back to the lobby quite early as well. And now Expert and White down the tree. Lord now pinned down behind the stones, tried to save Sane, but unfortunately, it was not a good decision. Now he is pinned down himself, and now the circle will continue to close it. We will see the next circle. Right now, it is still towards the side of Painan. I won't mind if the final circle is in Painan. That will be quite fun for me.
Oh, I don't like your opinion now. Because there's a big bridge in between. For Painan, there's also a big town there. And Team Secret is holding that dominance because that is their dropping point. So they know the place. They know Painan like the back of their hand. Every nook and cranny is there to dominate. Question is, can they actually hold to their grounds? Because they are more than one team. We're talking about almost 7 teams there marching themselves towards that direction. And while esports are actually taking the higher ground advantage, they are hovering around ESG side here, but at the same time they don't want to starting off the engagement yet. Same goes for Net Brotherhood. I think they're around this area as well, but apparently they don't want to take up any challenge too. They're just trying to get themselves a better position, making sure they are ready for the next phase of the game. We're still on the second phase of the circle. We're entering the third one very, very soon, less than 45 seconds here. We're talking about Gig Fam is just across the hill too. And Natai, he is scouting over this, and maybe they will camp this one out a bit.
Yeah, looks like they will camp this one out again. Net Brotherhood, they had a reputation. I would say they know when to come out. They know when to come out, which is at the later stages of the game, not too early showing themselves. So I won't be too surprised if they want to hold on to this ground for now. And that's a pretty smart tactical move at the same time. You allow others to fight it off first, and then later you show yourself, which is pretty okay as well. And talking about Juggernaut teams, wow, the 3 teams here. How Juggernaut else can it be? BTR, Team Secret, as well as Yoodo Gang in the same compound, Trader Esports on the other side. But then again, the closest are definitely these 3 teams. So are they going to take a fight? Yeah, I don't think so. Doesn't feel like it. Everyone's just holding on to their compound, respecting each other for now. Bigatron, Kevin here, closest towards the side of Steelheart Esports. Steelheart, they are still holding on to the same vicinity as we have seen them earlier. So it feels like Bigatron, they might sense out that somebody is in there right now, but doesn't feel like they want to go for the flush because, of course, we have seen a number of third parties coming in throughout this tournament. And if they go in for the flush, they could be flushed back out by teams like Team Secret, who is just close by. And Team Secret wouldn't mind that because that's a little bit of revenge for them if they are able to pull that off. But Kevin just sending back information to his team, not making any big engagement. On the side of Divinity, we do see here that they are close by with the side of Expert MY. Expert MY have lost 1 team member earlier, and now Divinity, they are also holding on to this area while waiting for the circle to close in. We are at about 50% of the circle's journey till we see the 3rd circle at this point. So everyone's pretty much at the stalemate at this moment. So no big fights. Maybe expect it to come at the 4th circle onwards.
Speaking of 4th circle, we'll still have 60 team intact, so apparently we're gonna see something happen. Well, I do see Tara managed to get Fatih just now. This is an interesting airdrop again. We extended quick draw this time, not a chick pack. Tara getting on for Rose Esports Syndicate again. Fatih being finished out there. The rest of Rose Esports Syndicate kind of hesitant to make a move. They have to sacrifice one, but did not budging their position yet. I'm trying to get the flanks here. Jojo will be charged in. I'm trying to find the exact position where the rest of Rose Esports Syndicate. There you go. They find one, and now he's being clamped in between Tara get one extra kill there and getting for more lyric finish of Jojo. But the rest of the team are sitting ducks. They're not even trying to move. Andy will be next. They are rushing in. And Tara will not hesitate when it comes to flushing a team out. Baby Jim is really far away from Andy now with the micro Uzi, trying to reload a bit with a level 2 of Gears, trying to zigzag him away, trying to find a little bit of pixel shot, but Arm already knocked down. He threw the nade. Baby Jim coming up from behind, giving us support here, and they managed to flush out Tara, who happened to place themselves with a last placement. Patience being fruitful for Rose Esports Syndicate. That's a big win for the Fauna, gaining them 2 casualties, but with 4 kills, extra 4 points. All they need to do now to get out of the blue zone, which can be closing in very quick, less than 25 seconds, and get themselves in the picture.
Yeah, definitely good play there for Miss Rose Esports. Although they had to sacrifice 2 team members. And now moving on to Geek Fam versus Net Brotherhood. Ainaoki now tossing out the grenade. Ainaoki is back in the official lineup, but he's been knocked down here. He needs help, but his teammates are quite a distance away from QB, trying to provide the cover support. And now Psycho looks like he will try and rotate and try to find the right angle, but now Psycho is taking 50% of damage here. First aid kit will be popped out by Psycho. He still maintains his vest as well as his helmet. Now Psycho trying to make that rotation, trying to find that flank onto the side of Geek Fam. Ainaoki is still down. Damn root now. We'll try to help Ainaoki on the other side while QB gives cover from the other side as well. Net Brotherhood, they are advancing in. Team Secret is just behind the Psycho now. Have been knocked down by UI. Team Secret with the backstab now. He hawks from another angle. Does see that Luxie is right in front of him, but then chooses not to engage. QB now does see as well that Samzi as well as Psycho, they are on top of him. QB cannot do much because he is on the lower ground at this point. For school, they are on one side as well. They may come in third party if they want to, but looks like Ainaoki again being knocked down by Palax, and now Ainaoki being finished off by Palax, not given an opportunity to be revived. Psycho now will be revived by Samzi out in the open with the smokes only helping them out at the same time. Tobal Esports looks like they're sieging on the side of Trainer now trouble high, talking about no, but no, not able to do that. Look at the high pivot with the spray goes out, get managed to knock down one, and now Tobal Esports has one more to deal with. Asta is inside the house now, and now can they go for it? They go for the revive, and now Payday managed to take out one more, which is Shred. Asta is all over with very little life left. They get the shot onto Payday, but then again cannot finish it off. Asta, little life more. Payday with the space going, does not connect yet. Trying to find a good angle here. No grenade coming out for grenade. Oh, Payday now will toss out the grenade. Asta will be bombed out, and oh, did not manage to connect there. Payday managed to shot onto Asta. Asta have been sent back to the lobby, and there goes, ladies and gentlemen, Trader Esports is out of this round.
On the 15th place, it's not a good start again for them. Expert and Y engaging towards ESG Pamuro being knocked down. Net, on the other hand, are going against Gig. They will rush in. They are forced to rush in because the blue is closing in and chipping their health there outside. But just now, Traitor versus Stone, wow, that scoping in the last minute. Really not a good timing, but we're back to Net here. Psycho being knocked down first. Atai tried to reposition himself, trying to help the friend. He does want to pop the smoke here, but he will pop himself the smoke and trying to pop another one right in front to advance himself. He also here already popped that nade. Atai being denied for his mobility there to help his friend. They have to sacrifice a one, and that's even the odds for Gig Fam. They already lost Naoki early head on. And now Atai with that red dot being pressured on the side of He-Hawks and QB. And Samzi trying to get an extra hands here for Atai. Luxie on that end still holding on to his position on the flanks, making sure that he can get over the scope on Psycho. Psycho still bleeding out. Nobody able to save him because it's been guarded heavily by the rest of Geek Fam right in front of that crosshair. But QB repositioned himself on the back of Net Team. Psycho being knocked down and away. Samzi turned into the box as well. QB made a smart move, not wasting time at all, while the rest of the team are still sticking to their position, making sure they have the information of Team Net Brotherhood. of where their whereabouts are. Net being forced to stay in the blue for a bit will tank it out. They need to find an alternative to just reposition themselves into the circle, which going to be a very long journey unless they have themselves a vehicle.
Oh, talking about vehicle, Bravery doesn't have one, but now he's been locked down on the side of last survivor. And will this be a Pachinki revenge here from Ziggs? The grenade does go out on the side of Bravery. Will they connect here, ladies and gentlemen? The rest of Team Secret, they are far away. And Bravery looks like he is still in trouble. And now they got him pinned down just by there. And Haiku at the same time looks like he's been knocked down at the other side. And Matoy tries to come and save Bravery. And now Matoy to the rescue, ladies and gentlemen. Can he make it? Is it worth it at the same time? Because he is out in an open position. iShots needs to be in a different angle right now just because he needs to cover the behind side of Team Secret. And looks like Kuza, unfortunately, has been finished off by iShots and Haiku as well by Yuhai. And now Rocky now taking a couple of shots from iShots here. iShots with the long range sprays does connect a little bit on the side of BTR. And iShots now, they do know his location. He tried to relocate himself. It's not going to be easy for him. He tries to go under the bridge here. Hopefully, he doesn't get pinned down here because Yoodo Gang is on the other side. Yoodo Gang, if they have a good scope, they could see where Yuhai as well as iShots is. And now moving over to the bigger view, we do see here the one and only Yoodo Gang. They do see Bigatron in front of them. No big engagement so far because there's a wall protecting them. So they may sit out of this for now. The blue zone is not kind to them though. The blue zone will close in on them. If not, they need to get in the circle. No one is in the circle at this point, and the circle seems to be in a hill position. So it will be good to get that prime position on top of that circle. But then again, it's not going to be easy to get into the middle of the circle for now. All teams are really close to each other. We are down to 10 teams here, 29 players alive.
And it's anybody's game for now. And apparently, Net Brotherhood is closest to it on the on the south side of a circle, but the rest of the team coming up from the other land there will have a hard time because they have to swim over or cross that bridge or just have to cross Painan. And now Yoodo Gang on the other hand managed to just survive a little bit more. They still have all 4 men up and alive, big fam, while on the other hand I don't think they will survive that long. Team Secret managed to get last survival there. Team Secret will got themselves a little bit of a reverse situation because wow, and also last of us seems to be having their focus on the side of Team Secret, the whole team being wiped up at top 10 here. Last most Goku really try himself to heal. Can he make it on time? That's a really last call there. Pew Pew will have to help him his friend there, but nope, they're both gonna crawl it in because everybody is staying in the blue. 2 of the last survival rest of the team will be neglected. They abandon their ship. Yoodo Gang, Grax, and the rest of Fredo, also Japa and the one and only man Parang there. They are advancing without any obstacles, and we do see a couple of last survivors just in front of them. They are gatekeeping this circle for one. And now they got themselves the side on Ziggs. This rare side is not covered by whatsoever. They will go for it. Rex, no, there's not many left member of Last Survivor, and they are actually quite in the zone and in the circle. The rest of Bosco will marching in. Last Survivor will force to actually climb it out a little bit later. Bigatron, though, still have 1 man left. Does he has enough supply? Nope, I don't think so. He being knocked down straight away. And there you go. Automatically, it down to only 5 teams with Rose Esports Syndicate sitting this one out of the zone. Really far away from the rest of the teams.
Oh, it quickly becomes 4 teams after that because we do see a Yoodo Gang looks like they have the high ground at this point. They have a vehicle to barricade themselves as well. So they are in good position at this point. They need to fend off other teams who trying to get in the circle. We have Bosco here from one side, but looks like Fredo has been knocked down by Andy on the side. But again, Andy will be pressured by the blue zone, and now the help does come out here from Manparang as well as Jumper. They will try to find Andy, but it's not going to be easy for him. He has a hut there, but he cannot stay in the hut as well. It's not in the zone. Last survivor R2K, they are sitting this one out. Ziggs will just toss out the grenade, but no big engagement for now. Bosco on the other side, Palax as well as Brada. They're trying to get into the zone. Brada is in the zone. Palax crawling his way into the zone, and Ziggs is just right at the edge. Will make his move into the zone right now, moving from stone to stone, but exposing himself at the same time. And now they do know where Ziggs is. Ziggs now has exposed himself, and now Brada has eyes on Ziggs on the other side. He is within the circle. And now, oh my goodness, the circle favors Yoodo gang. The circle is the one and only as well. This is wow. Okay, and now Brada is all alone because his teammate now has been taken out, and Ziggs is one person. Well, not one person, and NSP is still around the corner as well. But then again, Miss Rose, Esport, Andy still hanging on to this. It's quite a good survival play for him, but looks like not for long. Jumper finishing him off, and now Yoodo gang is in prime position. They do have the numbers. They are in the circle. At the same time, they do have the terrain to their advantage. Drax takes out one. Ziggs goes down, and then number 11 will be taken on by Drax now. Now it is 2 teams left.
Oh, Bosque, they are surviving this as long as they can. I don't know how he can. Now, Jumper trying to finish in. Target right in. Right now, awesome. Going 4v1. Yoodo can win that solid chicken dinner on this side. Glorifying this. They are having that circle for themselves. It was great judgment call done by Manpara. It was a perfect chicken dinner for this 4 men alive still. But brother, he just have to withstand that pressure. 4 people coming in and ganking up on you. Every single direction is covered. I feel bad for him.
Oh man, really? Yoodo gang. Oh, technically, they are back-to-back chicken dinner winners. They were the last chicken dinner winner yesterday, and now they continue on their pursuit in the actual game to get their chicken dinner. So, congratulations again. Yeah, technically they are back-to-back here. So, congratulations to the one and only Yoodo gang for getting that back-to-back chicken dinner. And